Welcome back, Truth-Seeking Chi Masters. Today, I would like to introduce a personal story of mine that really was a recalibration to how I can master my own Chi and be in the world and be comfortable and feel like I can be myself wholly and not have to be awkward. The truth is, I had a real awkward situation that I had to deal with several years ago where I was extremely hypersensitive to electromagnetic frequencies and so much impact it had on my life that I had to alter my daily patterns, so much so that I stopped using a cell phone. I stopped holding it against my head because that was truly one of the major roots to my conundrum, was constantly bringing in this electromagnetic device that leaves a hot spot right on our head. And I had to totally readjust my life so I wasn't around that energy as much as possible. I had to figure out why I was having these awful reactions just being next to somebody with their cell phone on. And it got a little bit embarrassing, and I had to figure out what to do. Well, we have to live in this world, even though immersed in this environment of electrosmog and various grids flowing around and through us. And ultimately, crystals helped, orgonite helped, grounding myself barefoot in nature really helped. And one thing that I did not know of at the beginning that I wish I had known of when I very consciously went on the path of healing from EMF hypersensitivity was magnesium. And I was deficient from this element, a mineral that is a very important conductive mineral responsible for many enzymatic processes. I was deficient, and I didn't know that. There was no way for me to know that, and even with a blood serum test that one might take for magnesium, it's not going to actually show the true level of deficiency because our blood flow always regulates magnesium to be at a level where it's going to show relatively normal reading. So I finally figured it out when I supplemented regularly and realized, hey, I'm feeling less of this invasive energy from these devices. Hey, my old injury where I broke bones or rolled an ankle really bad, it's feeling less agitated. So magnesium was that wild card for me personally that really, really, really helped me overcome being extremely sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies. And this is a dialogue we could have for hours and hours. However, I want to make sure you know a little bit about my personal story of how I overcame a really awful hypersensitive reaction to our electromagnetic environment. And ultimately, I had to avoid the cause while I re-alchemized myself, and now I can be places I never thought I could be, like a super grid like Los Angeles, and not feel like I'm being attacked by frequencies and EMF. And I know that if you happen to be experiencing these kind of things, there are ways out of it for you, and trust your guidance. There's a lot of great resources out there. And ultimately, if you can lower your exposure to that energy, that's a beautiful place to begin. Be whole, be well, be yourselves.